Hey yo, what is up everybody, Chuck here, and welcome to yet another Pokemon Go Rare Sightings video. And this week there were so many incredible sightings sent in on Instagram and Twitter that I could not narrow it down to just 5, so we're gonna do at top 10. Now, in case you guys didn't know, there's a new update for Pokemon Go. So not only are you getting a daily bonus for Pokestops and catching Pokemon, but there's a bunch more Pokemon spawning. So if you have any cool sightings, make sure to either tweet them at me or send them to me on Instagram. And if you saw my post on Instagram earlier this week, you'll know I'm going to be starting a new series that is the top 5 funniest Pokemon Go sightings. So that can be a Pokestop, some Pokemon doing some weird things, or basically anything in the game. You can tweet those or send those to me on Instagram as well. Let's get into the video. Kicking off the countdown at number 10, we have an incredible sighting from Alex of 2 of the rarest Pokemon to find in the wild, a Pidgey and a Rattata. And also a Porygon and a Muck. Alex, incredible sighting. Speaking of Muck, I finally have enough candies to evolve my Grimer, and if you guys want to see a video of me trying to complete the Pokedex, evolving all the Pokemon I don't have yet, let me know in the comments below. Now on to number 9, we have an awesome sighting from Christian on Instagram, and he ran into a Weezing, a Dragonite, a Donald Trump, and a Hillary Clinton. Christian, awesome sighting. Thank you very much for sending it in. Our country is doomed. Now on to number 8, and guys, we have a tie, and believe me, this is close. So first up, we have Bravo, and he saw a Squirtle, a Lapras, and a Snorlax on his nearby, and he did in fact run into both the Snorlax and the Lapras out in the wild, and they seem to be good friends. They're having a nice late night conversation. They're looking right into each other's eyes. They might be lovers, we're not sure. But you know who aren't lovers? Snorlax and Porygon. Because we have this sighting from Chris, who ran into a Snorlax and a Porygon. They're facing complete opposite directions. They fucking hate each other. So I want you guys to decide, would you rather have a Lapras or a Porygon? Vote! Before we move on to number 7, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my buddy Liam on Instagram. He says my videos make him smile. Liam, you saying that my videos make you smile made me smile, so now I'm gonna make you smile again. Thank you. Now on to number 7, and we have another wild encounter from Sturls, and he ran into a Muck, a Wigglytuff, and a Golbat, but that's not all. If you look in the bottom right, there's also a Coughing. Now Coughing isn't evolved, obviously, but still one of the hardest Pokemon to find in the wild. So maybe this one deserves to be higher up in the countdown. I'll let you guys decide at the very end. On to number 6, we have a beautiful sighting from Riley on Instagram of a Kangaskhan, a Magmar, a Dragonite, and a Nidoqueen. Let's put another shrimp on the bobby. Never do an accent again. That actually got me thinking though. I wonder if I'll ever fully complete the Pokedex, because I don't see myself traveling across the world anytime soon to catch a Farfetch'd, or a Mr. Mime, or a Kangaskhan. So maybe eventually there'll be in 5K eggs for everyone. On to the top 5, and we're gonna start it off with a sighting from Peter over on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you definitely should do it. And this one's really cool. A Nidoking and a Nidoqueen, as well as a Seadra and a Squirtle. Peter, incredible sighting. Thank you very much for sending it in. So on to number 4, and number 4 features a Pokemon that I don't think I've ever actually shown on this countdown before, and that is a Magneton. Zach sent this sighting in of a couple of magnets, a purple pile of shit, and a really fat dragon with tiny wings who should not be able to fly. Zach, awesome sighting. Now onto the top 3, and believe me, these 3 are basically a toss-up for who should be number 1, and that's really the cool part about this countdown, is 1 through 10, any of them could have been number 1 depending on what you need for your own Pokedex. Now for me, and I think for a lot of you guys, Porygon is one of the hardest Pokemon to come across, so at number 3, you got a badass sighting from Jay, who ran into a Porygon, a Charizard, and a Vileplume. And when I said these were a toss-up, I mean it, because Tyler ran into a Charizard and a Porygon as well, but instead of a Vileplume, he ran into a Voltorb and an Electrode. So I thought that was a little bit cooler, edged out the Vileplume by a tad bit, but on to number 1. Now this is one of the best sightings we've ever had in the series, I promise you. It was sent in by Jaden on Instagram, and feast your eyes on this. A Chansey, a Lapras, a Dragonite, and a Pikachu. Jaden, I'm going to adopt you, okay? Your parents don't know this, but I'm going to adopt you, but here's the catch. I need to also move in with your entire family so I can catch these Pokemon. Amazing! Amazing sightings this week. I'm dizzy. So thank you everybody who sent your screenshots in on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, I'm going to be doing the top 5 funniest Pokemon Go screenshots, so make sure to send those to me as well. I love you guys. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, or you just are breathing. If you breathe oxygen, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. We are almost at 600K. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love you guys. Peace.